Hello and welcome to today's video. We're joined by Harry. Oh, you finished? You joining us? Because we're taking part in a stretching session this afternoon, and I know that you love a bit of down dog. Harry likes down dog. But this is perfect for you runners that have maybe just finished a run, or you did a run yesterday or this morning and you want to stretch out, get the benefits of the session and make sure that you're ready and raring to go for your next training run. So let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to do is cat-cow. So Harry's not demonstrating this one. We're going to start off in what we call a tabletop position. So hands stacked underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to lift, you're going to lower your belly to the floor, head lifts up, so you create an arch in your back, belly to the floor, and then you're going to rotate. So try tuck the chin towards the chest and push your spine up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to rotate that one by one, nice and gently at your own pace, but it's fantastic for the spine just to lengthen and extend. Awesome. Just working with your own breath as you inhale and exhale. So it's quite a common move for yoga or yogis, but I love this one. It's really good for the lower back as well. Fantastic. Okay, next up we're going to be doing something called thread the needle. So you're going to take the knees a little wider apart than they are currently. You're going to pick the right arm up, you're going to send it underneath, you bend this left arm, and then you're going to open up through the chest and follow it around with your eye gaze. Then you send it underneath again, try to get your shoulder blade to the floor, and then open up again. So we're going to go for around 5 of these. Take your time. That's number 3. Really try and stretch round. Good. And last one. Fantastic. Okay, other side. So right hand down to the floor, pick your left arm up, send it underneath, and then you open up again. Lovely. Just keep repeating. Take it through and up. Good. Nice deep breathing. Open up. Last one. Fantastic. Okay, next exercise. You're going to bring your arms, your hands towards the top of your mat. You're going to come into a plank position, and then you're going to push your hips up towards the ceiling, and we're going into what we call down dog. So we're just going to hold it here. We're going to try to bring your heels down to the floor, so you should get a really good stretch through the calves. My calves are feeling quite tight, so I can feel that. If you've got really good sort of flexibility in the backs of your legs, your heels will be able to touch the floor. Mine can't quite today, but it's fine. We had a hard session yesterday. So really keep pushing those heels down, push those hips up, and you can also pedal out the feet. So try to, one at a time, get those heels down so you're working into the movement. One leg at a time. Okay, both down together once more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Okay, next bring yourself back into plank. You're going to drop the knees, and then you're going to lower yourselves to the floor. So try to relax into it. Getting a good, so keeping straight through the arms. Head up, stretching out through all of the front torso. So your pelvis comes a bit closer to the mat, and then push away through your hands. Nice. Okay, next up, we're going to push back. We're going to come to the back of our mats. Come up to kneeling. Take one leg out, and we're coming into a high lunge stretch. So this, we're stretching out the hip flexor here, this side. So the knee is not directly underneath the hip, so it's a bit further back so you can really get that full extension. There's a couple of ways you can do this now. So your hands can come down to the mat. You then might start to feel a sort of stretch through underneath here, but also through this hip section. You can also take the arms up, so you reach up towards the ceiling, sort of into sort of a mini back bend to really get that extension here if you can't feel it down on the floor. Brilliant. We're going to hold it here for a few more seconds and then we're going to change sides. Okay, so come back up, hands rest onto that thigh. We take it back and then we change over. So right side now. If you did the other side, then don't worry. So same thing, hands down to frame that foot. Try and keep your chest up still nice and proud. Really work into that hip flexor. If you need to shuffle your foot inwards, just to make sure that your body weight is central over yourself, so you really get that extension through the hip. Ooh. Good, a few more seconds here. Oh, hi Harry. Oh, you're doing your down dog. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Okay, next up what we're going to do is we're going to kneel at the side of the mat. Harry, you're going to need to move, I'm afraid, buddy. I know you want to get involved, don't you? Just sit here for a second, that's good. Next up, we're going to go for a side leg stretch. So we're stretching on the inside. So from here, we're going to take ourselves to the right hand side of our mat. Take the left leg out to the side. So we're looking for that stretch in here. So hands down to the floor. If you need to shimmy your right knee out slightly, just to make sure, and just move your body weight forwards or backwards, just so you can feel that stretch on the inside of the leg. We're just going to hold it here. So you can shimmy the weight forward and also feel this sort of maybe through the hips. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves back up. And from here, we're going to bring our right arm up, left hand rest on this leg, and then we're just going to fold over to the side. Good. Keep lengthening if you can with the arm, but not too much pressure through this leg here. Nice, and release off. We're going to change over to the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to shimmy over to this side of the mat. Now we're propping ourselves up on our left knee. Take the right foot out. Get that stretch in here, so lean forward, push the hips back, and then just feel that stretch on the inside of the legs. Good, again, move yourself around just so you can really get that stretch. Nice. Okay, from here, bring yourselves back up. Right arm rests on the leg, left arm up, and then reach. Good, try it again. Lengthen through this left arm. Hand just props yourself up on that leg. Harry's having some water now, he's thirsty, all that stretching. Lovely. Okay, next up we're going to bring ourselves to the mat, starting off in tabletop position. Again then, what you're going to do is you're going to send the right leg back, bring the left knee forward slightly, and then you're going to push the body weight backwards, just get that stretch through the calf, come forward again, and then push back into it. Lovely, so really get that good stretch down the back of the legs. Awesome. Just move it backwards, hold it for a few seconds. Nice, and then we're going to change. So other leg, push back, pull back in, push back again. Lovely, one more time, hold it there for a few more seconds and relax. Okay, next up we're going to go into a bit more of an advanced stretch called pigeon. So we're going to stand, well we're going to kneel at the back of our mat. We're going to start off in the high lunge stretch. Then you're going to try and put your right knee down to the floor. And the left foot comes to the inside of your mat. And then from here, you hold. And I'm quite tight today, so this feels quite tough. To then take it further, you can bring your arms down towards the mat, but if you are just comfortable sitting here, then here is where we will stay. Try to get the shin as straight as you can to be placed in front of you. However, obviously, depending on your tightness, that may be a little bit difficult. So it's just an advanced pose, and you can hold this for anything up to about a minute, really, or longer. I know that some people can hold this for a long time, but we're trying to stretch out sort of through the hips and through the glutes and into the sort of hamstring area here, but it's definitely more of an advanced exercise. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Also, the fact that I did a half marathon yesterday may have something to do with it. Okay, same thing on the other side. Now this is definitely a lot tighter, so my ankle is coming in slightly, but that's okay. We're just going to hold it here and just work it into it. So on some days you may feel stretches are easier than others, but today you can definitely feel it, and obviously this is why we're doing it, to stretch out. And just hopefully then will help us and benefit us for our next run. Good, keep holding there. And again, you can revisit this one, as I said, you can hold it for a lot longer, you can come down, or you can stay in that upright position. Nice. Okay, next up, a few more to go. You're going to lay down on your front. You're going to grab both ankles, try and keep the knees close together, and then you're just going to pull your ankles towards your glutes. So this should then be stretching out the front of your legs. So try not to lift your knees off the floor either, but you want to get a good stretch. So like a sort of standing quad stretch, this is just a laying down version, and you just try to stretch out the front of those thighs. Good, a few more seconds holding here. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful, just release off. Hands behind the mat, push yourself up. And we're going to swivel around into a butterfly position. So feet, soles of the feet together, trying to push your knees down to the floor and working through the hips section here. Lovely, standing up, not standing up, but we're sitting up nice and tall. Nice deep breaths in and out. Lovely. And just gently try to ease into the stretch. So you try to push the knees a bit closer towards the ground as you ease into it. Again, this is another position that you can hold for a little bit longer than some of the other ones. Good, okay. And just to finish, final stretch, we're going to bring ourselves to the back of our mat, kneeling once again, but then what you're going to do is you're going to take your knees the width of the mat, you're going to sit down onto your heels, and then you're going to stretch out and reach forwards and bring your forehead down to the mat into what we call child's pose. We're just going to hold this for around 30 seconds or so, just to finish off the stretching session, and just to ground ourselves back. Nice deep breath here as well. So you'll feel it because you're stretching and reaching forward, you'll feel it all through the upper body and also into the hips, but it's just a nice relaxing stretch to finish on. Fantastic. About another 10 seconds here or so. Good, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, bring yourself up nice and slowly, not too quickly. And there we have it, our post-run stretch. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you're feeling a lot better after that, and it helps you to get ready for your next training session.